let's see the problem. Can place flowers. So problem says that you have a long flower bed in which some plots are planted and some are not. However, flowers cannot be planted in adjacent plots. Okay, so we have to plant flowers, but we cannot do it in adjacent plots. So given an integer array flower bed which contains zeros and ones, where 0 means empty and 1 means not empty, and an integer n, and we have to return true if n new flower plants can be planted in the flower bed without violating the no adjacent flower rule, and false otherwise. So let's see the example, it will make it more clear. So this is the flower bed we have given, and this is the number of plants we have to plant. Okay, so we have to plant one plant in this flower bed. So if we see that the one means it is not empty, the flower is already present here, and 0 means it is empty, we can plant a flower here. But if we do that, then we will be violating the no adjacent flower rule, because this one is adjacent to this, means it is a flower is present here. It is not present here, but it is present here, so we cannot do it. We cannot plant a flower here. So if we check the next position, then this is empty, and adjacent to this means immediately before and immediately after this, the both of the places are empty, so we can place the flower here, and we have to place only one flower. So hence we can return true here. So similarly, if we see the second example, here we have to place two flowers. The flower bed is same as above, so we cannot place a flower here because one is present here. We can place a one flower here, so we'll place one flower, and we'll check if we can place one flower here, but we cannot because here is one and here is also one, so we cannot do it. And here also it is not empty, so we will not be able to place it. So we cannot plant two flowers here, so we'll return false. Okay. So one important thing to note in this problem is that the first plot, that is the zeroth index, that is the zeroth index for this for this first number, this is empty, and the left plot of this is also considered as empty, and same thing last number of the array. So for the last number, this one is empty, and the right plot is also considered as empty. Okay, so let's see the approach now. So to plant the flower, we need to have the left and right, that is the adjacent plots, empty. So that is what we'll check. We'll check if the left plot and the right plot is empty. So for the zeroth index, the left plot will always be empty, and the right plot will check, and the current will check. If these are empty, then we'll plot the flower here. So we'll plot the flower here, and for the next, we'll check if the left and right are empty. So it is not empty here, so we'll move forward, and we'll check if the left and right are empty, and this one is also empty. So left and right are empty, but this is not empty, so we cannot do it. So we'll check the same thing here. So we cannot place here. Here also we cannot place because it is plant here, but no, the adjacents are empty, but it is planted here. So here also the same thing. We have plant adjacent, and here this is empty and this is empty as the end of the array. So we can plant a flower here. So in total we'll be able to plant two flowers. So let's see the code based on this approach. So this is the flower bed input array we have given, and this is the number of flowers we have to plant in this flower bed. So let's iterate through the array. Let's check if the left bed is empty. For this, we know if we are on the first index, that is 0th index, then the left bed will be always empty. So we'll check if I is equal to 0, that is we are on the first position, then it will be empty, or we know we have to check if the left bed is empty, that is I minus 1. Then it is empty, otherwise it is not. Same for right. We'll check same for the right bed. If we are on the on the end of the array, that is size minus 1, or if the right index, that is I plus 1, is equal to 0, then we will return true, that is we'll say it is empty, otherwise say it is not empty. After that, as we saw, we'll see if the left is empty, and we'll see if the middle is empty. Middle is I, so we'll do flower bed I equals to 0, and we'll check if the right is empty. So if all of these are empty, then we will plant the flower. So for this, we will update the input array. So it will be 0 initially, so we'll turn it to 1, and here we'll plant the um, uh, here we'll plant the flowers. So we need to keep track how many flowers we have planted. So we can take how many flowers we have currently. So let's create a variable. So we have to plant n flowers, so n is remaining, and when we plant the flower, we will decrement it. And after this loop is completed, we'll know how many flowers we have planted. So we'll return it. If remaining flowers are 0 or less means we can plant more than n flowers.